megatons of carbon emissions, degrees of warming, species lost. Data floods our screens and news feeds, painting a picture of crisis. But today, I want to share a different story, not just of what we've lost, but of the disconnection we've allowed and the power we hold to reclaim it. It's the story of the forgotten conversation, one we can restart with common sense, community, and a deep desire to be good stewards of this beautiful planet we have been so blessed to inhabit. Imagine walking through a park, head down, scrolling from, sorry, head, imagine walking through a park, head down, scrolling through notifications. The leaves rustle, the air feels unnaturally warm, a familiar bird song is missing. The planet is speaking. But are we listening? Our document, The Guardian Within, posits that our planetary crisis isn't solely about policy failures or technological gaps. It's a crisis of relationship, a profound failure of connection, first within ourselves and then with the living world around us. For too long, a dominant narrative has told us that we are separate from, superior to, nature. As the Vice President of Growth and Development for Do the Dream Youth Development Initiative, I see this disconnection most tragically in our young people, a generation inheriting a world in crisis, often feeling powerless, anxious, and cut from their own potential in the natural world they are called to lead. The planet's response is clear. The World Meteorological Organization has issued repeated warnings, akin to a red alert. 2024 was confirmed as the warmest year on record, with global temperatures averaging about 1.55 Celsius above pre-industrial levels. We have breached the 1.5 Celsius threshold, and the IPCC warns of irreversible impacts. This isn't a distant future. Wildlife populations have plummeted by an average of 73% since 1970, and in regions like Latin America and the Caribbean, that figure is a staggering 95%. Air pollution claims 8.1 million lives annually, making it the second leading risk factor for death globally, with over 700,000 of these deaths among children under 5. Our oceans are choking on plastic. And last year alone, they absorbed 16 zettajoules of heat, an energy equivalent to 140 times the world's entire annual electricity generation. To be realistic, we must acknowledge that human activities extend beyond emissions. Historical evidence shows weather modification has been used in warfare, such as during the Vietnam era to induce excessive rainfall and disrupt operations. Today, discussions around geoengineering raise questions about unintended impacts. These factors, alongside our waste and misuse of resources, compound the challenges. Yet recognizing them calls us to a common sense approach, honest conversations about all influences without division. This isn't abstract data, it's human tragedy. It strikes the most vulnerable hardest. 3.6 billion people, nearly half of humanity, live in areas highly susceptible to climate change. In these regions, the death rate from extreme weather is 15 times higher than in the safer parts of the world. Heat-related deaths among our elders, those over 65, have risen 70% in just 2 decades. This crisis is a multiplier of social injustice and directly undermines the very goals of the summit. At Do the Dream, posterity means the youth we serve daily. We see parallels. Just as a young man's inner disconnection or trauma fuels outer chaos, our collective fragmentation mirrors the planet's wounds.